This is my mom. She has done her makeup how she normally does every day on this half of her face, and I'm going to use her products, her makeup bag, and do this half of her face on like how I would do things differently. So I thought this would be fun to do together. So she gets her eyebrows tinted, so all she does is puts the Benefit Gimme Brow through her brows. So not much to see here. I'm just going to do the same thing on this side, just run the brow gel through. The only difference that I made is I brush the hairs up straighter, so you can see it almost gives the effect of a little lift here on this side rather than this side, which is just laid down flat. So just kind of made them a little fluffier. Okay, she uses the IT CC cream for foundation, which I love. So tell me how you apply this.
So I just put a little on the back of my hand,
Okay.
and then I put it on with this IT Cosmetics brush.
Okay. So when she's applying this, she does a mixture of like patting it in and like stippling it and then rubbing it in, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm always starting in the center of the face and working outwards because typically we need the most coverage right here. So that'll kind of give you a more natural look. If most of the product's kind of in the center of your face where you need it, and then you thin it and shear it out as you go, that's going to give you the most natural look. Always take it down the neck too. In areas where I want more coverage, I'm going to pat it in. If you start rubbing, you're just going to remove coverage. So if I want more coverage somewhere, I'm just going to tap it in instead of rub the brush. Okay, tell me about concealer.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship. I can never find one that I like that I can put on myself. So
Okay.
I'd like to use it because I need it.
Okay, so I had her buy the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer and she hasn't loved it, so I'm going to apply it how I would recommend applying it and see if it makes any difference for her. Okay? Look up for me. So as we age, it's important to analyze where we have darkness before we put concealer on. So she has darkness like blue tones right here in the inner corner and then a little bit right here underneath. But if you put too much concealer, you are basically just gonna pack it on and it's gonna settle into your lines. This inner corner portion is really important and I'm kind of just patting it in right now. And then when most of the product is dispersed, and only then will I drag the rest of it underneath her eye. And right underneath the lower lash line, we normally have some darkness as well. So, look straight ahead for me. That looks pretty brightened. As a final step, look up for me. I pat with the foundation brush to just kind of push it into the skin more and make it look more natural. And where do you apply your powder?
I kind of apply it most places. I probably shouldn't,
No,
but
that's
I do.
okay. So I suggest just applying powder where you need it. So look up for me. I'm going to set the under eyes with a very thin amount because we don't want it to get cakey or dry. And then just where you need it. So typically that's around the center of the face, like the nose, forehead, under eye. Okay, how do you apply blush?
I usually just pat it here and then take it up.
Okay. We're out of time. Go to part 2.